Okay, so by way of introduction, I was raised by, to put it simply, fairly conservative Republicans. My home was full of Americana, which meant that all of the light switch plates had eagle motifs on them, and there were duck decoys everywhere, and there were things like lamp bases that were made out of deer legs, and shotgun mounts that were made out of bent deer legs. It's November 1st, 2015, early morning. I'm going to rehearse Tex-Mix Giddyup Americana again in preparation for my premiering it at Babyland on November 8th, a week from today. The problem with the samples is that they were all recorded too low. It's Thursday, November 5th. I spent about 3 or 4 days redoing the samples. They are considerably improved now. And then the first Americana music that I was ever exposed to was probably work by Aaron Copland, which was program music like Appalachian Spring, which he composed for Martha Graham's dancing, and Martha Graham is a very interesting character, but I didn't particularly like that stuff either, and he did another piece called Billy the Kid, and so forth and so on. So I was very turned off by Americana music as program music. But recently I discovered that Lukas Foss is one of my favorite composers, actually composed some Americana when he came to the United States with his family to flee the Nazis. Lukas Foss was Jewish, and I realized that there was actually a history of Americana music that was really politically radical and anti-Nazi. Not necessarily one of my better pieces, but interesting enough. Elie Siegmeister is another composer who did some interesting work, and even Aaron Copland was much more of a leftist. I don't consider myself to be left or right wing exactly, but that's neither here nor there. Than I had realized before. I just thought that Aaron Copland was basically a schmaltz composer of program music, which I had very little interest in.
guitar, the guitar, I need a fiddle at the guitar.
accent there.
But I can't play without having all three of my hats on. So that's basically my introduction here. I decided that I wanted to make some Americana music, or as I prefer, perhaps Americana boo music, and I wanted to add to the tradition that Copeland, Siegmeister, Foss, and Lejaren Hiller had established with a more contemporary 21st century version of it. That's what this is. It's called Tex-Mix Giddyup Americana, and it'll be very short. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to turn out, but that's what we'll find out.
All right now, folks. Everybody turn and look at the stage. Yes. Hello there, everybody.
told you that would be the longest 5 minutes of your life.
Alright.